Hello and welcome to Amazing Aircraft. In this video, we are going to talk about the Sukhoi Su-47, a Russian experimental supersonic jet fighter with a forward-swept wing design. What is so special about this aircraft? How does it fly faster than sound and turn sharper than any other aircraft in the world? And why was it never mass-produced or further developed? These are some of the questions that we will answer in this video as we provide you with information and insights about the history, features, and performance of the Su-47. But before we dive into the details, let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen a jet fighter with its wings pointing forward instead of backward? If you have, then you have probably seen the Su-47, one of the most unique and advanced jet fighters ever built, with a wing design that defies conventional aerodynamics. The Su-47 is also known as the Berkut, which means golden eagle in Russian. It certainly lives up to its name, as it can soar high and fast in the sky, with incredible agility and maneuverability. But how did this aircraft come to be? And what are the advantages and disadvantages of its forward-swept wing design? Are you ready to dive into its story? Then buckle up and let's go. In the 1980s, the Soviet Union was in fierce competition with the United States in aviation. The Americans were developing a new generation of stealth fighters, such as the F-22 Raptor, that could evade radar detection and dominate the skies. The Soviets needed a response, and they turned to Sukhoi to design a new experimental fighter that could challenge American supremacy. This fighter was the Su-47, also known as the Berkut, or Golden Eagle. The Su-47 project was launched in 1983 on order from the Soviet Air Force. The main goal was to test new technologies and materials for future fighters, such as composite materials, fly-by-wire control systems, and reduced radar signatures. But the most distinctive feature of the Su-47 was its forward-swept wing design, which gave the aircraft an unconventional and futuristic appearance. The forward-swept wing design was not new. The Soviets had been studying the advantages of forward-swept wings since the 1940s, when they captured a German prototype, the Junkers Ju-2-87. They also developed their experimental aircraft, the Saibin LL, with forward-swept wings. The main benefit of forward-swept wings was that they improved maneuverability and agility, especially at high angles of attack. They also reduced wave drag and wingtip vortices, which increased lift and fuel efficiency. However, forward-swept wings also had a major drawback. They induced a twisting force on the wing structure, which could cause the wing to break under high stress. To overcome this problem, the Su-47 used composite materials carefully designed to resist twisting and bending. These materials also reduced the weight and radar signature of the aircraft, making it lighter and stealthier. Initially designated as the S-37, the Su-47 was intended to be a technology demonstrator, not a production fighter. It was similar in concept to the American X-29, another experimental aircraft with forward-swept wings from the 1980s. However, the Su-47 was much larger and more advanced than the X-29, closer to a real combat aircraft. The Su-47 made its first flight on September 26, 1997, at the Zhukovsky Air Base near Moscow. The test pilot was Igor Votintsev, who later became Sukhoi's chief test pilot. The flight lasted for 18 minutes and was successful. The Su-47 demonstrated excellent performance and stability, proving that the forward-swept wing design was feasible and effective. The Su-47 continued to undergo flight tests and modifications throughout the late 1990s and early 2000s. In 2002, Sukhoi changed the designation from S-37 to Su-47 and gave it the official nickname Berkut. Sukhoi hoped the Su-47 would attract the interest of the Russian military and foreign customers as a new generation of supersonic jet fighters that could rival the American F-22 and the European Typhoon. However, the Su-47 received little enthusiasm or support from the Russian government or the international market. The main reason was that the Su-47 was too expensive and complex to produce and maintain. The forward-swept wing design, while offering some advantages at subsonic speeds, was less beneficial at supersonic speeds, which were more important for a modern fighter. The Su-47 also faced competition from another Russian fighter project, the MiG-1.42, which was more conventional and affordable. The Su-47 project was eventually canceled, and the only aircraft built was retired in 2005. The Su-47 never entered mass production or service and remained a unique and remarkable example of Russian aviation innovation. However, the Su-47 was a partial success, serving as a valuable technology demonstrator for advanced features and systems later used in other Russian fighters, such as the Su-35 and the Su-57. The Su-47 also inspired many other forward-swept wing designs, such as the MiG-29 OVT and the J-10B. The Su-47 was a bold and ambitious attempt to create a new generation of jet fighters that could challenge American dominance in the sky. It was a technological marvel that showcased Russian ingenuity and creativity in aviation. It was also a beautiful and elegant aircraft that captured the imagination and admiration of many aviation enthusiasts worldwide. The Su-47 was a golden eagle that soared high and fast, but never reached its full potential. The Su-47's most noticeable feature was its forward-swept wing, which pointed forward instead of backward. This gave the Su-47 a unique and futuristic look, but it also had practical advantages and disadvantages. The forward-swept wing design improved agility, maneuverability, and stall resistance, allowing the Su-47 to change direction and speed quickly and fly at high angles of attack without losing control. It also reduced drag and wingtip vortices, increasing lift and fuel efficiency. However, the design also created stress and strain on the wing structure, which could cause the wing to break under high load. To prevent this, the Su-47 used strong and flexible composite materials that could twist and bend in the opposite direction of the wing. These materials also reduced the weight and radar signature of the aircraft, making it lighter and stealthier. The Su-47 had canards, small wings near the nose of the aircraft, which helped stabilize and control the aircraft, especially at high angles of attack. It also had tail booms, long extensions on the sides of the aircraft housing rearward-facing radar, and a brake chute to help slow down and land the aircraft. The Su-47 was powered by two Soloviev D-30F-11 after burning turbofan engines, producing up to 34,000 pounds of thrust each. These engines had thrust vectoring nozzles that could change the direction of the exhaust, allowing the Su-47 to perform maneuvers such as the Cobra, the Culbit, and the flat spin. This made the Su-47 incredibly agile and maneuverable, especially in dogfights where these qualities were crucial. The Su-47 could reach a maximum speed of Mach 1.6, about 1,900 kilometers per hour. While this was faster than most jet fighters, it was slower than some of the latest ones, such as the F-22 or the Su-57, which could fly at Mach 2 or above. The Su-47 had a range of 3,300 kilometers and a ceiling of 18,000 meters, comparable to other jet fighters. The Su-47 could carry a payload of up to 7,500 kilograms, including missiles and bombs. It had an internal weapons bay for up to 4 missiles and 6 external hardpoints for additional missiles or bombs. The Su-47 also had a 30mm cannon capable of firing up to 1,500 rounds per minute. It could use various weapons, including air-to-air, air-to-ground, and anti-ship missiles, depending on the mission and target. Despite its impressive capabilities, the Su-47 faced challenges that prevented it from becoming a production fighter. The forward-swept wing design increased structural stress and drag, requiring more maintenance and fuel than other jet fighters. Additionally, it lacked some advanced features and systems found in the latest jet fighters, such as stealth technology, supercruise capability, and network-centric warfare capability. The Su-47 underwent numerous tests and experiments to evaluate its performance and potential. It conducted flight tests, aerodynamics tests, and technology demonstrations, providing valuable data and insights about its design and features. The Su-47 also participated in air shows and exhibitions, impressing audiences with its unique design and amazing maneuvers. That's it for this video. If you have any thoughts, opinions, or questions about the Su-47, please share them in the comment section below. We would love to hear from you and interact with you. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The sky is not the limit, it's just the beginning. Thanks for watching and see you next time.